Some sad news to pass your way. Hall of Famer Lenny Wilkens has passed away at the age of 88. A 9-time All-Star, Wilkens played 15 NBA seasons as a player. But it was on the sidelines where he made history. A coaching record, 32 seasons, and leading the Sonics to their lone NBA title in 1979. Wilkens retired as the NBA's all-time leader in games coached and still ranks third in wins. He remains one of only 5 people enshrined in the Hall of Fame as both a player and a coach. His impact was felt league-wide, and several coaches chimed in.
No.
When did that happen? Today.
Oh, wow. Yeah, I played for him, Cleveland.
Sorry.
Yeah, man, I hadn't heard the news. That's sad. He was an unbelievable man, just an incredible man.
You know, when I came into the league as a head coach back in 2001, I mean, this guy couldn't have been more gracious to young coaches. He was such a great gentleman and such an eloquent human being, along with being a super competitive coach.
Being from Seattle, you know, the Sonics were everything, and, you know, being a kid in the Rainier Valley is pretty tough. So, like, thinking about one day on the bus, you're riding down and you look out the window, I'm like, damn, here comes a Rolls Royce. And it was a Gus Williams, and I just said, I don't know what you're doing. I want to do that. That's pretty much the sum of it.
Marc, you were the one who unintentionally broke the news to Steve Kerr in that sound that we just heard a moment ago. When you spoke to others about Lenny Wilkens, what stood out?
Just respect. I mean, the range of coaches that he influences, not just black coaches, white coaches, all coaches, like Rick Carlisle. He was a mentor for Bernie Bickerstaff, gave Bernie his first job. He was a mentor for J.B. Bickerstaff, who's coaching now for the Pistons. I mean, you're talking about a guy who coached 32 seasons. No NBA coach in history coached more games than the 24-87 that Coach Lenny coached. He also was an all-time leading scorer for a while before being, you know, passed by Greg Popovich and Donnie Nelson. But I think pound for pound, he was also the best, you know, with respect to Bill Russell, who didn't coach that long, but was the greatest coach/player we've ever seen. He was a 9-time All-Star. He was an All-Star MVP. He also, you know, had great stats, and he was a champ. Like, I don't think this guy gets respected as much as he should have while he was here. Hopefully we'll do better. But the one biggest stat that stands out to me, he's a 3-time Hall of Famer. 3 times a Hall of Famer. The only other person in NBA history or basketball history who has done that is the great Jerry West.
David, you're in Atlanta right now. Lenny Wilkens was the head coach there for most of the 90s. What did he mean to that community?
I mean, well, first, from a personal standpoint, growing up in Mississippi, we didn't get a lot of national games. We got a lot of Hawks games. And as a kid, to see a black coach, you know, on a regular basis, like Lenny Wilkens, was incredibly impactful for me. But in Atlanta, I mean, he is legendary. He is synonymous with the Atlanta Hawks. So I reached out to somebody else who is as synonymous with the Atlanta Hawks as anybody else, and that's Dominique Wilkins. And he sent a statement that saying that this is a devastating loss for the basketball world. Lenny was royalty as a player and a coach. I called him the quiet assassin. He could coach without saying a word. You knew what your responsibility was because he prepared you so well in practice. He was such a wonderful man. He had as great an impact on me as any coach I ever played for. Dominique Wilkins has a statue outside of State Farm Arena. Lenny Wilkens, like I said, is an Atlanta Hawks. He is Atlanta royalty, is somebody that everybody speaks highly of across the league, but especially in a city like Atlanta.
Commissioner Adam Silver described Wilkens as one of the game's most respected ambassadors. Wilkens is survived by his wife of over 60 years, Marilyn, and their 3 children. He was 88 years old.